Alrighty then, welcome back everybody, welcome back. As you can see, we're back at the word list, and finally the heat wave has died down, so I was like, yeah, let's continue doing the things that I needed to do anyway. So today I actually wanted to continue where I left off, which is actually just quite easy, which is this bit right here, where we had the Jinn and the Khan. And right now we're gonna aim for the next bit. So first we had all these, how do you say that? Surnames? Not surnames. Words that you say before the name. Words that you say so that the name, an additive name. There you go, an additive word. There you go, an additive word so that it actually has a different meaning towards the names of the people that are written on the letter. Now we're going to be continuing, so now we're going to be aiming to go towards the the letters that actually are like teacher, student, company, employee, so things that you actually write down at a piece of paper when you try to apply to somebody. So when you try to apply and you're like, what is your job? Well, student, teacher, instructor, company employee of, basically those things. So that is what is going to be happening. First we did the name, the additives of the name. Now we're going to be going for job descriptions. All right, no further ado, let's get started and hopefully get this thing right. So we have now that. I need to now grab this bad boy. And I'm going to be making this into part 2. So this is the word list, the first bit of the word list. And now we're going to make a part 2 of it. And hopefully that will work out. So this whole week has been like a heat wave. Yesterday and the day before that it was 40 degrees outside. Right now it is back to around 36, I believe. And then next week, and then Monday it will probably hit to 25, and then it will be back to 20. So that's gonna be good. However, it takes always a long time to get this get the temperature back to normal. So please tell me I can. Yes, I can do this. All right. Then I'm gonna go here and type in part 2. Part 2. Save. Now we have save this as part 2. I definitely should remove the caps lock. All right. And now we can actually go. So this is the bit that I had before, and now we're gonna be removing that. So remove that again. Add again. And add a quick group, right? Oh, for fuck's sake, not a mask. Just add a quick group. I went too quick on this. A quick group, there you go. And then after that, I need to add in this as well. All right. Now, the first letter that we have here is the teacher. So that we have these things right here. So that is gonna be the where is it? The se, and then of course, oh, that is bad. I should go definitely for that one. So we have the se, then we have the n, then we have a se again, and then we have that one is the e. So sensei, basically. And then of course the katakana version of it all. And of course, no, not the katakana, the kanji version, yes. So let me just grab the things that I need for this. So Google Translate. Because Google Translate is the one thing that I actually need for this to be, typing things in. So that one. Then we need to have the hiragana, the letter for hiragana, so hiragana for da, for instance. And then I need the next one, which is the bookmark, which is the writing bookmark. It's always annoying to find out, but that one. There you go. So we're gonna go now and look for the words that I have. So we need to go for sensei on this. So we're gonna be going for sensei on this one. So we have the se. So time to type that in. Hiragana for se. Copy it. Se. And then the n. It's always fun to have only a English keyboard for this, but then again, it works, and as long as it works, it's all good. And then the A, so now I can just copy this one. Oh, I can just copy this one, paste it right there, and then I need to just grab this one to get the A in there. Is it an A or O? Hold up. No, that's an I. That's an I, not an A. That's an I. So let's grab the I here and paste it right here. And then make sure that it's English to that.
先生
Yes. So now we need to get that one to the kanji bit and find out where the kanji bit is. So se. And that means that I need to go and look that up, which means that I need to look for that one. So it's a hooked striped kanji. That should be good enough. I know that it's gonna be not that hard to find, but still, I need to figure out if it is actually correct. So we need to go for that. So a hooked stripe. And that means I need to go not for the words, but for the kanji itself. And there it is. Before, had, previous, future. So that is what it is. So it is a before, a had. That's normal. Well, that's not what I'm looking for. Come on. I'm just looking for the copy of this letter right here. So now we have the first bit. So the before the first one, basically the first one or the before. And then the next bit is the say. And see if I can get that one as well. So now we have that one. Alright. Now we need to go for probably... Now we have that one. So genius, life or bird. Alright, interesting. Now we're gonna copy this one. And then paste it right here. So now we have teacher. So these two kanjis combined makes a teacher. However, both kanjis don't mean the word teacher. It means genius life. So the first life. That is a little bit strange, but let's see if I can find now the word for it. It's the word, that one. A teacher, an introductor or master. Our teacher is a gentleman with a true sense of a word. Alright, so let's see.
先生
Yeah, sensei. So that is indeed correct. However, it could also address to a lawyer as well in the in the respective version of it. A title or form, yes. Alright, so this is the thing that I need. So let's just grab that and then type it in. So now I'm gonna go here and type in, of course, sensei, so that is gonna be easy. So it's basically sensei. Basically like that. Sensei. 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 Yeah. Not C, but say. Alright. Then making sure that that is longer. Again longer. There you go. Zoom in, zoom out. Now I need to make sure that I have this on the thing, so now we're gonna go take a screenshot again. And then of course making myself the writing part of it all. Alright. Copy and then paste it into the drawing part. So first things first, making sure that I have that one, paste it, web PNG, there you go. And I think this is good enough, a little bit more bigger. Like so, then move it downwards to here, make it exclamation, and then we're gonna type in teacher, so that is gonna be 25 pixels, because like everything else I did, so the sure. Right, it's teacher like that. Let's double check. Yes, teacher, instructor, or master. Yes, teacher. And then we're gonna type it in. So that is gonna be then on top. There you go. And done. So now we have teacher, and then of course we need to write it down again. Sen, say, and then of course the I is silent, and the A is long. Basically like that. So let me just make sure that this is a little bit more better. There you go. Easy. Now we put it into the group, and we're gonna put the next one in outside. All right. Now, first one done, and now we're gonna go to the next job description. So now we have sensei teacher, and then the referencing the one own job, not used when referencing their own job. Now we're going to go to the next one, which is the teacher or instructor that is referencing to your own job. So instead of, you know, the thing that we have. So let's see, that is key. That is key, and then of course that is the small one. So that is then going to be kyo, kyoryu, kyo. So then it's koshi. So that's koshi because that's a U, and a U is always long. Alright, so that's koshi. Koshi? Is it she? Yeah, koshi. Which is then teacher if you are the teacher. Alright. So now we're gonna make sure that that is also written down. So now we're gonna make that happen. So kyo. So again, copying the homework. It's a lot of busy work, but hey, you know, this is a lot easier to do than just writing and drawing again, because, well, it is still a bit hard, but it is doable-ish right now. Because holy shit, it's absolutely not doable. Yesterday it was way too hard.
Kyo.
Yes, kyo. So now we have kyo, and then what do we have then? We have the E and then the she. Alright. So now we have the U, because that's the E thingy. No. Come on. Oh, for fuck's sake. There you go. Now we have kyo.
Kyo.
And then, of course, we have the she. So then we are combining that all, and then we have kyoshi. However,
Kyoshi.
that means that we now need to figure out like which bit is which, because that's the important part about this all. So the kanji, the she, I think the she is actually the loose part, so let's figure that out. So let's figure that out by going for this one, and then again for the kanji. So let's see if we can find it. Most likely there are a lot of things here that I cannot see. So either it is gonna be the Either it's gonna be the she itself or it's gonna be the you in front. However, I don't think that's the case. No, not. This is gonna be taking a while, I think. Yes, let's make it easier by figuring that one out. So we have this weird ass hook thing. So let's see if I can find that one in the radical part. So we have this bit, right? Do we have that one? Which one do we have? No, we don't have this one. We have what? We have a trident. Yes, a trident with a line. Alright, a trident with a line. Where can I find that? Most likely not. That is a trident with a line. But is that the one that I'm looking for? No. It's not the one I'm looking for because I need the middle section of it. So I need to find the middle section of it all. It's gonna be a pain to do. So we have this one or that one. What's the difference between these two? Because that one is definitely a thing that I have in this thing. No, it's up. It's not down. It's an up one, not a down one. Alright. So, let's see. So we need to have the trident one, the trident thing, and then after that I need to make sure that I have that. So let's see, what is this? That is a loose stripe. That is not what I'm looking for. Nope. So we need to have a midsection. And then combine that with this one, maybe? No. Alright, let's see. There are a lot of things that I need to be considering here, and I'm always looking at things. That is the main issue with this always. It takes fucking forever to find these things. So, if I cannot find it, I need to go back to the part where I need to go for the U. Let's go with that. Let's see if I can get these two. Copy that and paste that in here. And then see if I can then find the kanji with it. Alright, so we have 9 that we can actually find with this. Let's see if I can find the one that I'm looking for. So the answer is no. Clearly. So it means that I need to look for this one instead. So I need to look for, so the she is the one that actually has just a simple one, but then this one is then the one that I'm looking for. Then that means what I'm looking for? I'm looking for the cross-eye one with stripes. Cross-eye one with stripes, and then nothing else. Nothing else. All right. So I'm looking for the word teach. I'm looking for this one, and it looks like I'm dealing with a katakana version, so I need to look for the she in katakana and not in hiragana. Good to know, good to know, good to know. So we have now teaching, and that means that we have now a teaching. So
教師
now we need to get the next one, which means that I need to go for the she in katakana and not in hiragana because of that description of that kanji. That means I need to look for what? Katakana for she. There you go. Grab that one. And now we're going to look that up. So I'm dealing with a kanji for katakana. So now we have multiple options again, but different options, most likely. And now I'm looking for that B with Triton. 180, oh fucking hell. It's gonna be a pain to do, ain't it? Most likely words would be better. But I'll give this a try. Because I'm looking for something very specific, which is the main issue. No. Come on, give me the one. Because I'm looking for a very, very specific one. No. No. And here is the one that I'm always having a problem with poem and poetry. No. I'm sure I can find it. So the B1, that is the B1 thingy. Alright, so definitely we're looking for that B1 thing, most likely. So we're gonna go for kanjis, and then we're gonna go... Oh. We're gonna look for that B1. How about that one? Yes. That is the B that I'm looking for, and then I'm looking for the hook one. I'm looking for a hook, which isn't here. Well, that's a hook, but that's not the one I'm looking for. I'm looking one that actually has a square bit on it. No. Nope. Then I'm gonna go for the next option here. I'm gonna look for words that start with that kanji, because that means I can find what I'm looking for. So I have that one, and then I'm gonna go for words, and that means that there is only multiple ones that are actually available, like 200. That is a lot easier to find. Now I'm looking for that one specific piece of shit. That one. Okay. How is that one created? That is my question. Like, I'm looking for that kanji right here, and that is indeed a true. So that's good. I found what I'm looking for. Now I want to know how that kanji is created. That kanji is created like that, yes. And I need to look for that one. That is then that one. Yes, I'm looking for that kanji. So it's a stripe down, it's a B thingy, but how the hell do I find that in the radical? How does that thing exist? Let's see. Okay, that one is not available in my knowledge right now because I cannot see the shit of it. That means that it is most likely that stupid strike 1, 2, 3. So how does that exist? It doesn't. Great. Fucking hell. Yeah, I was not able to find that for sure. Nope. Alright. That means that I have found it. I have found the kanji that I'm looking for, at least. Can I just... Come on. No. No radical, please. Thank you. I need to copy this one. Give me that. Alright, then switch this up. Now we have, instead of teaching, we have teacher. There you go.
教師
Yes, Kyoshi. And then let's see if that is correct on the spelling itself.
教師
Kyoshi, yes. Alright, so now that is correct. Copy this to here. And now I'm gonna be making sure that I have that in there. Alright, now it's time to get that in there, so bada bang bada bang. So if you reference it yourself, to yourself what you are, then it's Kyo, 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 Kyoshi, Kyo, Kyoshi, Kyoshi, there you go. Alright, Kyoshi. Let's move that a little bit around. There you go. And then we're gonna go to the thing that I want, which is then the right here. And oh, for fuck's sake, then paste it as an image. Then make it bigger. Make it bigger, like so. Then move it upwards, downwards, and then write down the thing that I want to draw. Again, so now we have teacher again. But this time we're not referencing towards the teacher, but towards the job. The job, not the teacher. So that's the main difference here. Kyo. So this is Kyo. And then this is Chi. All right. So we have Kyo, and then it was a I believe, right? Was it an I? Most likely, right? Let's see. It was it was a U. All right, a U that is not spoken out. The U is silent. Oh, come on, give me that. There you go. So we have Kyo. And then the U is silent, and then we have the she, because it's added towards an O. Alright, so now we're going to make sure that that is silent. And then done. Alright, now we have the next bit done. Let's save it, just in case, and then move this one up and save this as well. Now we're looking for the next one, which is the student. So if your job is the student, let's see. Let's pick up the paper for this. We have a silly H, so that's ga, gaku, gaku sa, no, not sa, gaku se. Gakuse, gakuse. Alright. So now I already know that the first bit is se, so that's good. And I should have made, fuck. I forgot. Alright. Time to add that in, because I noticed that I forgot this bit. I actually need this bit, these kanjis I need to actually add in there, because I'm going to be reusing them most likely, right? Yes, I am. Alright, time to fix that. That means I need to go here with that one, and we're going to make sure that we have that one. So let's put those two in there. Luckily, not everything is lost, so that's the good part about it. So we have this one. Because that is a kanji, I can now go over here, and then it's Kyoshi. So now we have that one, and then I need to add in here. I need to make sure that I have that second time. Kiyoshi. Alright. Then of course here I need to do the same. Sen se. And then I need to make sure that I have that bit. So now we're gonna go back at that and we're gonna type in teacher and then it should be fine. I could also just go here with that. So now, no. Okay, so that doesn't work. Alright, then we're gonna go for teacher. Just typing in teacher, that should give me quite a quick leeway here. There you go, got him. And put it in there. Alright. So next time I need to make sure that I do that. So now we're gonna go back at it again. Oh fuck, nope. Should not have done that. There you go. Now I need to make sure that I have that bit done. So let's just put that back there. Yes, alright, good. Save it. And now we're gonna go for the next one, which is ga, and then the ga with combined with gaku. So we're gonna first go for gaku. So let's type that in. Ga. Grab the symbol for ga. Oh. Grab the symbol for ga. Put the symbol in there. Ga. And then what we need is the gu. So let's put the symbol in there as well. Gu. Oh, fuck. I'm using the wrong one. Hiragana for ku. Luckily it's not that difficult, but made a mistake. I still had the thing there, so no ga like that. Time to fix the ga again, because I typed it in as a katakana and not as a hiragana, which is the main issue here. Alright, so now we have gaku,
学
gaku, and then of course we need again the sei, so let's do that. Se. Gaku se.
学生
And then that is the I, yes, gakusen, and then the I, that means that, and then it turns into a long one. Alright, time to put it in there. And that should give me enough leeway here. So now we have the student.
学生
Yeah, gakusen. There we go. Now that is done, I need to now make sure that I have this bit like in the kanji one. So time to figure out where the kanji is. That is the picture frame. And which one am I looking for? I am looking for the two stripes with eyes on top. The learner, the study, the scholarship. Yes. Education. So the education symbol, yeah. I thought so.
学生
Kakuse, and then of course we need to then get the next one, which is this one. So let's grab that one again. Copy. And then put that in there again. Because now we actually have Kakuse like that.
がに
That is wrong. For sure. Alright, then we're gonna go here and type in student and see how it's actually pronounced, because apparently the the translator is absolutely having a issue right now.
学生
See, I told you. All right, so as you can see, the Google Translator is absolutely sometimes bugged. So time to get that in there. So time to get this one, and then of course time to put in there. Gak se. I believe that's the one, right? Because we're gonna go for gakse. We're gonna remove the I, if I'm correct, right?
学生
Yes, the I is no longer spoken out. So the I and the U is no longer spoken out. So it's not gakuse, but it's gakse.
学生
Yes, because of how that works with the spelling. Alright, so it's gakse. I need to make sure that I have that symbol as well on it, because last time I didn't do that. It hit me badly. There we go. Now we have the two symbols. And then make it a little bit more longer. There you go. Then we're gonna go here and type in again the same thing. Gak se. So now we have gakse, and then of course now we need to make sure that we have it on the Google as well. So we have student, and then of course that is gonna be referenced as gakse. Alright, so now we're gonna go here, put that bad boy in there, and make a new one. Then making sure that I have this paste again as WebPNG. Then let's make it bigger, like so. Then transparent, then move this one upwards, and we're gonna type in student. So time to do that by making sure that I have that correct. Student, so with a D. Student. Let's see if I write it down correctly. Student, right? Student, yes. All right. Then we're gonna move this one up. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. And then we're gonna make that happen. And then of course it's gak q se I, and then it's of course gak se. So time to remove the things that I don't need to have. So the U bit is gone and the I bit is gone. So there you go. Now we have gakse. All right, time to remove this and put that bad boy in there. There we go. And then we're gonna save this, and then we're gonna move on to the next one. So let's save this as well. So now we have a company employee. So instead of a student, we're having a company employee, which means that we're now dealing with a company employee, which is that we're having three kanjis. So instead of one, we have actually three, which means we're dealing with what? we're dealing first with a stupid H. So we're dealing with a stupid H one. That one is a K. So K, Kaisha, Kaishain. Ugh. Well, time to write it down, because that is always a big amount. All right, so we have Ka. So we have Kai, Kaishin, so Kaishain, or something like that. So let's make sure that we actually do that correctly. So we're dealing now with a Ka.
か、
Then we have a I, an E. And because it's an I, it actually is spoken out as I. So now we have Kai,
かい、
Kai, and then we have a she. Wait, we have not a she, we have we have a sha. So we don't have a she, we have a sha. So time to put that in there. Kaisha. Kaisha.
会社、
Kaisha and then the N, right? Kaisha and then an E. So then we have a Kaishain. So that is then the company. So time to write that down. So now we have company and then Kashai, and then we have Kashain,
会社員、
and then we have the N. Kashain, yes, Kashain. So company employee, yes, that is correct. Shine is then Kashain, and then Kashai is company, Kashain is then company employee. However, we need to figure out the kanjis for this. So first things first, we're going to be looking for the first one. It is most likely going to be a separate bit. That means that we're needed to separate this into 2 bits. I know that the N and the E is 1 bit because that is still the same thing. Or oh no, yes, the E and the N is actually 1 bit, and then the N and then the L. Yes. All right. Good to know. So because of that bit, so we know that this bit is that, and that bit is this, and then this bit should be then 1 bit. All right. So time to separate that into bits and pieces. So let's find first this one. Now we're going to be looking again for kanjis. This time it's going to be a very big, no, not word. I'm looking for kanji. Yes. Employee. There you go. That's the first one. That is the first one that we need to look for. So now we have the employee one. There we go. Company employee.
会社員、
Then we need to look for this one. So again, we're looking for kanjis. Let's figure out. And that one is then, how does that look? That is the T stripe with an apostrophe S on it. Company, this one. A shrine, a company, a firm, an office. Yes. So we need to have that one. So then we have this one, which is then the company office. And then we need to deal with the last bit, which is then this bit right here. All right. And if I'm correct, that means then that we have actually everything that I want. So which one is this? This is the Stripe up. Yes, this one, the meeting. The party, the join, the interview. Most likely it's going to be the party. Yes, the association. Yes, the association company. Yes, association, company and employee. Then combination. That should then work. So now we have this one. So now we have Kashain. So now we have company employee.
会社員
Yes. Now we have the full one. And now we can actually get ourselves the word in there. So now we have that one. The company employee, the office worker, the white collar worker.
会社員
Kashain, yes. Kashain. Kashain. Alright. So time to type that in. Let's put it in here. Let's copy this one. And make sure that we have that. So now we're gonna go here and type it in. So we have company employee. So that's Kai Shine. Shine. There you go. Kashain. Because of that one, right?
会社員
Yes, Kashain. Alright. So that should work. Let me see. Now we need to get the next bit done. So now we need to just type in the word as well. So time to type it in. So again, Guy Shine. Alright, so now we have Kashain, and then we need to make sure that we have that actually also again on the other thing. So first thing first, save that bad boy, then go over here, company employee. Alright, so let's type that in. So again, we're gonna make again a screenshot of this. There you go. Then we're gonna type in the thing. So now we're gonna make. Come on, give me. Close. Come on, fucking help. There we are. All right. Then first bit first. Making sure that we have this on that one. Web image. There we go. Make it big enough so it's readable. There you go. Then we're moving it to here. Then we're gonna type in the word itself. So first we have the word company. Company employee. Company employee. Then we're gonna make it happen like that. Then we're gonna move this one up to here. Transparency it. And then we're gonna type in the thing. No, fuck. No, that thing is terrible. Alright, hold up. bup. So we're dealing with like that. Yes. Well, and then we need to make sure that it is a little bit erased. There you go. Now we have everything that I want. So now we're gonna type it in. Kai Shine. Alright, erase and put back in there. Then the next one is going to be happening. So now we have just employee, I believe, or company. Which one was it? Now we have the employee, company employee, and now it's company, now it's employee of company. So now we have, and then we have the name afterwards. So we have then now Kaishin. So now we have Shine. So instead of Kai Shine, we have now Shine. Shine means then, of course, employee of. So Shine McDonald's, I think that's the easiest way to say it. Shine McDonald's, and it means the employee of McDonald's, basically. All right, time to get that one done. So now we have, instead of that, we have actually just the same thing but different. Now we have employee, which is Shine. Yes, indeed, Shine. Let's see if that is also correct on this side.
Shine.
Yes, Shine. So I worked for one employee company where the payroll was snatched on dark winter nights. Yes. Alright, so that is indeed a thing. The member of the corporation, a company stockholder, or legal context. Alright. Good to know, good to know, good to know. So now we're gonna go and add that in there. So time to add in that bastard over there, which is just the same but different. So now it's just Shine. Shine, yeah, Shine, so there you go, Shine, and there we go, and then of course we're gonna type it in as well here. So then we have Shine. Kai Shine is then a company employee, and then Shine is then a reference towards that I am a company employee. All right, so now we're gonna go for the now we're gonna go for a bank employee. So still employee is still the same, so we still have that one. But first, need to make sure that I save this and then get that bit also on the other side. So time to get that one as well. Translate it. So again, making sure that I have nothing here. And time to write it down. So take a screenshot again and boop, copy it. There you go. Now we have that. Now we're gonna go to the next one. So first thing first, put that back in there. Oh, this is already correctly done. So paste it first, web image, there you go. Then we're gonna go make it big. Then make it transparent, then go here, and then we're gonna now type in the thing that I need. So employee Wait, hold up. Did I type employee wrong? I did type employee wrong. Huh. Employee. Then we're moving this one down, moving this one down. Employee. And then, of course, type it in like that. And then, of course, again, shine. Shine, which is then, of course, that one. Let's remove that. Paste that in there. Then we're gonna go here, which is this one, and then we're gonna do some business here. Move that forward a bit. There you go. And then I'm gonna be able to type in the letters that I need to type in. Employee. Alright. Save it. And now we're gonna go to the next one. Alright, now we're gonna go for bank employee. So instead of normal employee, instead of a company employee, we're gonna go for bank employee. So most likely that's gonna be the kanji for bank and then combine that with the other one. So that means that we're gonna go now for here, which is, let's take a look. Paper. We have that stupid key one, but it's not a key, it's a G because of the mid stripes. So it's Jin, and then we have mid strike. So Jin Ko, Yu. So that's Jin Ko, Jinko, Jikoin. Oh god. Because that's another in. So first things first, we know that we need to first see if that is correct. So first we're gonna go for the Jin part. So let's type that one in again. So we have again G. Put that in there. Copy, and then of course go to Google Translate. Last bit needs to be kept. We have now Jin.
Gin.
Yes. Jin, and then we have the N. So now we have Jinin. So, give me that. So now we have that one. So that's, oh, for fuck's sake. Give me that. And then copy and paste again. Jin.
Gin.
Yes, Jin. Then we have the. Then we have the ko. So then we need to have the ko. And then we have a U. So Jin ko kon. Ah, maybe it's kon and not the E, because then the E is silent most likely. You never know. Jin ko, and then we need to have the E again. Wait. It's ko and then the U. It's the U. It's the U. Alright. Jin ko yun. Alright.
Ginkoin.
Yes, Jinkoin. Alright, so that is correct. Yes, it is. Alright, time to figure out how to look at. I'm not going to be looking at the translation part. I need to do it manually, because that's the important part of this lesson, is just to find the kanjis and then see where they are. So we have this one, and I need to make sure that I find the kanji for it. So what kind of kanji am I looking for? I am looking for what? I am looking for the mid top hat stripe. Yep, that looks like it. So the first one is silver. interesting. We have a silver. Well, that means that is indeed a reference to money, most likely. So the first one is a reference to money. Silver is worth a lot. So silver, and then we need to look for this one. And then that should then give me the banker part, right? I think that this is going to be banker, most likely. But don't know for sure. Going on a journey, which one do I need to look for? I'm looking for, yes. Going on a journey, carrying out. So a silver carrying out employee. A bank. It also has the word bank in it. So yes. So this is then the reference, and then this is the definition of the reference of a bank. But the silver part is added into that to make sure that it is actually reference to a bank, most likely. So now we have Jinkoin.
銀行員
Yeah, Jinkoin. Alright. Now I need to know if this is also how you say it, because that's also a thing. So we have now bank employee, a bank clerk, a staff member of the bank. Yes. So it's Jinkoin.
銀行員
Koin, yes. Jinkoin. Alright. So let's copy this and then paste it in here again. Now I have a lot less space, so I'm gonna paste this in here and then type it in. So it's Jin Coin. Coin. Yes, there you go. Alright, so now we have that. There we go. And then of course, now I have not a lot of space here, but I can actually type it in here then to this side. Fuck it. Jin Coin. No, not Hin. Jin. Alright, and this one is also the same, right? Yeah, Jin Coin. Alright. There we go. Now we have done that. Now I need to see if anything here is referenced like correct like that. I'll put it then on this side because, well... Oh, can I actually then put it on the other side? Nah. It's too... There you go. Alright. Let's put this then also on that side. Because we can. Alright. Now it's time to put that in there as well again. So time to put that in here. So copy this again, make this happen like that. Shallowing badabung, there you go. Copy it and then paste it over here. So now we have a bank employee. So now we're gonna be saving this and then we're gonna then copy this bad boy. There you go. And time to make sure that that is big enough. Then making sure that that is a little bit tiny like that. There we go. And time to write it down. So now we have a bank employee. So bank. Employee. Then, let's see. Now we have the bank employee part. Now I need to make sure that I have this right. So, time to make sure that I do this correct. All right, there you go. And save it. So now we have the bank employee here, done and out. Nice. All right, now time to see how long I have been busy with it. Already an hour in. Jeez. Let's see. Do I want to then leave the rest up for the next one? Yeah, let's do that. All right, I will leave it here for now. And yeah, I did got a lot of things done. You know, we have teacher, which is sensei. We have teacher in the way of job description of I am the teacher basically. So that is then Kyoshi. Then we have student, which is Gakusei. Then we have the company employee, which is Kaishen. Kaishen, yes. And then we have employee, which is Xian. Xian. Damn it. It's so bad. That one is, I will butcher that forever. So it's Kaishan, and then we have Xian. There. Kaishan, and then we have Xian, and then we have Jin Koyun. Fucking hell, I'm butchering this once. It's
銀行員
yeah, Jin Koin. So Jin Koin is then bank employee basically. And then Jin is bank. Jin Koin is Jinko is bank. Yes. Or basically, yeah, Jinko. Alright. Then I need to do one more thing before I leave. So that is then the thing that we had before. So we have the first one. So we have this one, which is the words, the first one, which is then, of course, the first is I, watashi. Then we have we, which is watashi tachi. Then we have you, which is anata. Then that person is anokata. Then we have all of you, which is minasan. So mina means all. Minasan is all of you. Then we have Miss or Mrs., which is san. Then we have the child name, which is Chan. The boy name is Kun. The national name is Jin. So that's always a thing that I need to do, like repeat the things that I did before, because otherwise it actually doesn't make any sense why I'm doing this. So yeah, we have now done that. We have done the teacher part. We have read that part up. And then next time we're going to be going for what for words are we then doing for? We're then looking for the professions of medical doctor, researcher, engineer, university, hospital, and then of course electricity and who. And that's going to be then tomorrow. Interesting, who doesn't have any kanji. That is good. That is lovely to see that. So yeah, and then after that, I'm probably going to be also adding the years old, the how old, and then yes and no. And then the next lesson after that is going to be full sentences. All right, I hope you'll enjoy for now. Thanks for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time. Until then, I want to wish you a lovely day, and